Welcome to a guide to a new mod on Farming Simulator 19 with me, MrSealyp. So this is The Milling Machine by Chrisu70. And yes, I'm going to use that word. It's a game changer. It absolutely is, in every sense of the word. This is a rather cool piece of kit, if a bit unorthodox, if a bit unusual. On Farming Simulator 17 on console, I think everyone had it, but I'm just speaking from a console perspective, we had the snowblower. And the thing with the snowblower was when seasons came out for clearing the roads and that kind of thing, it was amazing. But the kind of side effect was the snowblower could actually move lots of other things as well and became a kind of universal tool that became incredibly handy for doing a variety of jobs. So this is the kind of modernised version. It's not a snowblower which happens to be able to do other things. This is what this is designed to do. It's a milling machine. Now, a milling machine itself is designed for milling, like sucking in grains and things like that, crushing them all up and then blowing them out into, normally it's a trailed vehicle, that kind of thing. And if you look at the kind of blade things, the pickups on here, they look a little bit sharp, a little bit spiky and a little bit nasty. You certainly wouldn't want to get your hand in there. But here's the thing. Under miscellaneous, I will scroll across and we will get to the Lizard Milling Machine. This is only 4 slots for the first one. It requires 95 horsepower. It's 5,000 to buy, which is incredible. And if you look down the bottom at all the things this will pick up. Now, looking at how sharp the blades and stuff are, you could potentially argue that when you do your potato and your sugar beet, you're going to end up with chips coming out the back, certainly sliced and diced, but it will pick them up and it will move them. That makes this an incredibly useful piece of kit. If you want to get anything off the ground and into a trailer, this is the thing. But there are some other uses for this as well. This will do lime. You know, if you've got a lime pile, which most people don't, they either have it in pallets or, you know, it'll be in a trailer somewhere or something like that. But it will do that. Silage, grass, hay, straw. It will do, you know, sugarcane, wood chips, your wood chip piles. I mean, there's, you know, you have a wood chip pile somewhere. Perfect for getting it straight into the back. You haven't got to worry about buckets and that kind of thing. Now, your kind of die-hard players will still want to do it kind of more realistically, and they will still want to use buckets and that kind of thing. And again, that's fantastic. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You play the game how you want to play the game. I was sent a load of videos when the snowblower one came out and everyone said you can't use that in game, it's ridiculous, you don't move silage with a snowblower. And someone sent me a video of a German farm where they were using a Fendt tractor and a snowblower to put their chaff up onto the pile ready for covering and fermenting. So people do use them. It's you know, one of those things. Now, let's have a look at this. Make sure I'm on the front implement, which I am. Right, I can lift this thing up. Pipe out. Automatically swings it round like most pipes do towards whatever trailer is available. It will do that. To unfold this, if we get a little bit closer, if I press X, the side rollers come in and out. So to unfold it, I already had it unfolded, sorry. Unfold it, the rollers at the side come out. And then we can turn this on. Yeah, that's a scary looking bit of kit. It really is. But what we also have on this, which is I think fantastic, if I put my lights on, rear lights, then my work lights. If you're working in the dark, you've got plenty to see, and you've got a light up on the pipe as well. Let me get that to there we go. Light up on the pipe as well to see what you're doing. So, first things first, let's do some potatoes, because, you know, that's one of those things. If you've got a big pile of potatoes, you haven't got a bunker silo or a silo that takes them, and you've just piled them up in a shed or that kind of thing, and you want to take them to be sold. Drop it down. Now, weirdly, on a lot of these, I think on the snowblower one, we had a lot of option for adjusting the head and the pipe, so you could adjust it up and down, in and out, and you could swing the pipe around. If I open up the help menu on here, if I do L1, then R1, then L1 and R1 together, it doesn't give me any options for moving that pipe around. It's either open or closed. So as you saw, it was kind of going through the side or the front wall of the trailer there. So it's kind of directly putting into the trailer. Not the most realistic to look at, but it's picking up the potatoes. That's incredible. Well, I'll say incredible, yeah. But that will make a big difference to people. I'm going to back that away, turn that off, because that's still doing what it needs to be doing. And I'm just going to unload that trailer very, very quickly, and bear with me. Now, it may be you've got a bunker silo full of silage that you want to move, or you want to sell, or you want to do anything like that. Now, rather than fill up a bunker silo with chaff, compact it, ferment it, and go through the entire process, I just got some silage and put it on the floor. It will do exactly the same thing. For silage, absolutely no problem at all. And like I say, it will do lime, it will do seed, it will do fertiliser, that list just goes on and on and on. It will do grains and all that kind of thing. Wow, fantastic. So, that got me thinking when I did the silage, other applications. Now, if you buy a loading wagon in-game, they're actually fairly expensive considering it's a trailer with a pickup, realistically. Now, most farms, most games, most Let's Plays you'll be on, you'll have a trailer, even if you start off with a very, very basic one. So for 5,000 or 6,000 if you go for a change in paint option, because if we actually go into miscellaneous, and I showed you it just on the main thing, but options available, we can change the main colour to anything we want really, and we can actually change the design colour. If we go into design colour, that actually changes the blade colour, which is an interesting one. If you wanted to match it up with a colour scheme you've got, I mean, I would personally try and keep it on a metal or a silver. I mean, the standard is fine, that looks absolutely fine, no problem at all. So for an extra 1,000, and that's what it costs for the main colour, so even if you say, right, 5,000, 6,000, add that to a trailer you've already got, you've got a loading wagon. Oh yeah, there we go. Turn it on. So if I were to go out and collect grass for my sheep, I don't need a loading wagon anymore. Especially if I'm starting out. I mean, I might want to build up to a loading wagon, absolutely. Let's drop that down. I might want a loading wagon, of course. But if you're starting out for 5 grand, potentially 6 if you get a colour, you've got a loading wagon. Absolutely fantastic. It's a cheaper alternative, it's a way to do it. Now it does say this operates at 6 miles an hour. However, this is operating at the speed of the tractor. So if you want to be picking up stuff quickly, again the loading wagons are limited to a certain speed, that's a no-brainer. So it kind of can act as a loading wagon. Which then made me think again, I wonder. So, you can buy feed mixers to make your total mix ration. You can buy a self-propelled feed mixer, which costs a fair bit more. Actually, quite a bit more. If we go across and look at a self-propelled feed mixer, where are we? Under animals, 158,000. Wow, that's actually quite expensive. If we go along to animals here, we can pick up a fairly cheap feed mix for 53 grand. That's not too bad. One for 41,000 there. And we can pick up that front attachment for 5, potentially 6. So, what about making it into a self-propelled feed mixer? I wonder. So, let's go to there. Then open up the help menu. Just to help us, let's turn on the milling machine, let's drop it down, and let's pick up some hay. Okay, Fantastic. Got my hay. Now, my concern was, is it going to do one of those things where it won't then allow you to do a different crop type? But the feed mix is designed to do that. So, okay. Let's try and get some straw in here as well. And what do you know? We're actually making total mix ration. Now that silage pile I had over at the other side, if I go to that, I could then add in some silage and hopefully make some total mix ration. So here I am at my small silage pile. Let's go in a little bit gently. I don't want to go too heavy, but I'll take a bit more in. All are in the green at the bottom at the moment. Yes, alright, I've only got 6,734 litres in there, 22%. But I've made total mix ration. So if you've got your stuff loose around all over the place, I know a lot of people will pick it up, they'll take it and put it into the new silos, and there's various different ones available now. But if you do store it loose, you've got yourself a self-propelled mixer wagon. Fairly inexpensively. Which for me makes this a game changer. The applications for it are huge. The things you'll be able to do with it are huge. The snowblower didn't come to FS17 till quite late through its kind of cycle. This has actually come quite early, and this is going to make a huge difference. You may use it, you may not, but the option is there. There's a lot it can do, and I'm sure you guys out there will think of 101 other applications that are going to make this work. Now obviously on FS17 as well, as we moved through and we started getting trucks and lorries that had 3-point linkages on the front. I know Black Sheep Modding bought out there once. That made a big difference too. Higher speeds, you could tow much larger trailers, and you could get a lot in, you know, heavy loads and a lot of stuff, you know, fairly quickly. But anyway, awesome. What a fantastic mod. I think it's great. Absolutely love it. And it's nice doing a mod review on just one mod. That makes a huge change too, doesn't it? So there you go. That's by Chrisu70, the milling machine. That mod blows. Literally. Anyway, hope you found this useful and informative in some way, shape or form. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.